What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Real Word Podcast, a place where real thoughts, real ideas, and real words come to life. I'm your host, Drew, coming from San Diego, California. Thank you for stopping by, tuning in, checking out the channel. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit up those links down below. And now we can get into the episode. It is Monday morning, July 27th, 2020. It is 6 a.m. on the dot right now. So welcome in. I hope everybody had a decent weekend. We'll get into my weekend recap in just a moment. Yeah, things have been a little all over the place. But like I said, this weekend was pretty decent and got back to some sort of normalcy. But like I said, we'll kind of get into that in a couple of minutes. Got my Padres baseball shirt on again. Now that baseball season is here and Padres are playing frequently, you're going to see my two Padres shirts pretty regularly because I gotta support. I love the team and baseball's back, We're definitely going to be going over some of that. And yeah, man. So yeah. You're probably like, man, he's wearing the same shirt again. It's like, yeah, man, Padres, gotta rep. And yeah. Gotta love it. Man, I was going to get into something, but it completely slipped my mind. So I'll just say make sure to check out all the other playlists on the channel. We have this one here, the Real Word Podcast, so go check out previous episodes if you are new. We have Tuesday Morning Tokes. That's my Tuesday morning wake and bake show. That's just me as well. But more cannabis news oriented and just cannabis focus and stuff like that. So that is that. Go check those out Tuesday mornings. Eventually I want to do like a live stream of that. That's the one I would like to do live, just weekly. But I still got to figure some stuff out and get internet either out here or create a little in-room mic booth studio thing where it's, soundproof and I can really just go into my room and just kind of have a little booth there and just be able to live stream just a wake and bake thing right there in my room. But we'll see. I don't really know what to do. I'm still, like I said, it's either getting internet out here or cleaning up my room and, figuring out a way to make that into a little booth studio thing as well. So we'll see. I got a couple different options, but yeah, go check out Tuesday Morning Tokes, the Real World Podcast. We also have No World Order Podcast with me and Zach. And then we also do Instagram live episodes, usually on Tuesdays at 2:30 p.m. We haven't been doing it the last 2 weeks. He had been busy on a trip and all that kind of stuff, visiting friends and stuff. So we haven't been able to do it the last 2 weeks. We are planning on doing another episode, hopefully tomorrow. I got to do some research and, take some notes on some things. But this next episode should be a break in kind of the main news going on, and we're gonna kind of focus on something more local. Like, I had just heard about this, but my brother, my dad, and Zach have all heard about this thing, and we're gonna kind of dive deep into it and just kind of see what's up, speculate, and see what the facts are, and just kind of get into it. So I'm gonna keep that close to me, and you're gonna just have to tune in and find out what we are talking about. So tune in and find out. Then also we have Drew and Chase side by side. That has been inactive for about a month now, But me and my brother kind of have had our own things going on. He's been busy with school, but now we should be kind of getting back on track. We kind of cleared the air on some things, so we should be better. And like I said, he's done with school for the moment, so he should be a lot less busy. So be on the lookout for that. We are finally, I feel like our last episode, we kind of started feeling our groove and everything, but now it's been, a month or so since we've done an episode. But I'm excited about when we do the episode. I do have to kind of listen to the albums, take some notes and all of that, but that's no big deal. I just didn't really do it yet because I know we haven't really been on the best of terms. I didn't want to dive deep into these albums, take notes, and then be like, oh yeah, let's do the episode and not be, super fresh with it. So we should be good to go. Hopefully we'll record an episode within the next, this week, hopefully. And we can get that out and get that going and then just keep it rolling from here on out. And then we also have Cult of Gaming. That's a playlist here. Or you can go to cult_of_gaming on Twitch and check us out there. That's just some Call of Duty gameplay streaming and all that. Again, I got to figure out how to get my face on the broadcast as well. I had it one time. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's a really frustrating thing. But for now, we just stream it, just the gameplay, and you can... I really want to eventually, whether it's playing with a buddy, talking with my dad, just treat it more like a podcast type thing where we're kind of talking throughout and having topics and all of that. Maybe it's an hour and a half or whatever. However long we're playing the game, I just want to keep it kind of engaging and conversations going and all of that. So it hasn't been that yet, but that's kind of how I envision it. So we'll see what happens with all of that. So that should be kind of everything that we have going on right now. There's more that I want to do. The health podcast, like, the after running thoughts thing, and then also a joint conversation. Just got to figure out all the details and smooth it all out and then just kind of go for it. But those are coming in the future. And that's what we have going on right now. So please go like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, man, sharing would really help. Need as many people watching as we can. We need to help get this channel growing. Oh, go check out at @the_No World Order podcast on Instagram. Zach is usually the one on that page, posting things, reposting things, and all of that. I'm on there every once in a while. But yeah, go check that out. Go give that a follow. Zach's been killing it with the gaining followers there, interacting, and all of that. So shout out at @the_No World Order podcast. I'm gonna heat up this dab. And yeah, we'll get into the episode. Yeah, we'll start with some we'll just go over the weekend. We'll start with Friday evening, and then we'll get to Saturday and then Sunday. Just heating this up. I got some Highland pink lemonade batter. I've had this in the past and I really liked it. So I decided to get it again. I remember the last time a couple times I had it, man. The pink lemonade batter really tasted like a pink lemonade. It was a trip. So we'll see if it's still like that, if it still has that consistency and taste and all of that. So let's get into it. The nails should be heated up enough. Open this up. Got that pink lemonade. Let me show you what it looks like real quick. Hit the mic. My bad. My bad. Let's take this little dab here. Nothing too crazy. I've learned now taking big dabs on my first dab of the morning is not a good idea. I don't want to keep coughing my head off, even though this little one will probably make me cough too. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. Got my coffee. Always gotta have the coffee, man. Oh, yes. All right. So let's get into this. Friday evening, Padres opening day, opening night, whatever. And I also simultaneously Veggie Grill and these vegan spots were doing this hashtag plant-based party on the weekend, where if you cooked a vegan meal or bought a vegan meal, took a picture and hashtag plant-based party, a couple of these organizations would donate some meals, some vegan meals to those in need, and also raise some money and stuff. So that's something, you know, I can support and get behind. It's always a you know, tough for me, you know, wanting to donate and give and all of that, because I want to give and have it align with my morals. So it's like just giving to some of these homeless places or something like that, it doesn't sit well with me, because they're going to go and serve them meat and like stuff that I don't necessarily support or want to have my dollar going towards. So finally have this is like the second time I've seen these companies do this hashtag plant-based party. And both times that I've seen it now, I've, you know, spent some money and got some vegan meals, and, you know, just that's the way I feel I can help, and I feel good about that. It gets me some food, and then also will donate, you know, help out the cause in that way as well. So that's what I did. That's my thought process on it. So we ordered some Veggie Grill for opening night. We got like a dude, Veggie Grill's awesome. On their website, like they have this, so you can't order it through like a Postmates or anything like that. But if you order it through Veggie Grill and like go and pick it up, like this is the, you know, thing. They have like either two sides or one starter. So you pick either two sides or one starter, and then 4 entrees. I don't think there was a dessert or anything like that. But anyway, you get like 2 sides, 4 entrees for like $39-$40. It's like you cannot beat that, man. For like a vegan meal, 4 entrees for like $40. Like that's like $10 a meal, and that could be like 4, yeah, easily 4 meals. And that's what we did. Like we split like half of the salads. Like I got half of one and then half of another, and then my dad got half and half. So there's 4 meals easily. I had 2 meals out of it, and my dad got 2, maybe even 3 meals out of it. So that's a great deal, man. And yeah, we ordered that watching the Padres opening day game. And it was in the evening time. It was at like 6:10 p.m. And I was ready, man. I was excited. I was super stoked on, you know, baseball being back. Man, Padres ended up winning their opening game. They won 7-2. Eric Hosmer had 2 back-to-back bases clearing doubles. So bases were loaded. Eric Hosmer comes up and gets a double, and they were 3-1 at the time then. So then the next inning, same situation. Bases loaded. Eric Hosmer comes up, and then a bases clearing double. And then, yeah, Padres ended up winning 7-2. Eric Hosmer ended the night with 6 RBIs. Crazy. Like, that's such a great start. He was so close to, like, getting a couple of those as home runs. But, hey, man, we'll take the bases clearing. And, yeah, it was awesome. It was really exciting. I was really, pumped for the Padres winning. But also, it being back, baseball being back, it felt normal. I didn't really care about no fans. I don't necessarily like how they're pumping in crowd noise. Like, that's just ridiculous. Just give me the raw sound, man. Like, I'm saying that with all these sports now, like UFC and stuff. That's kind of been the only other thing that's really been on. I know I watched like one golf thing, but yeah, I really don't care about pumped in noise or the crowd being there. It's like, I just like the sport. That's why I'm watching it. I don't care about the fans in the crowd. What? Not at all. Like, no way. Why I'm watching is for the sport. So give me the sport, just raw and just how it is, Let me hear those players yell fuck and like all this stuff. Like, dude, if you're going to broadcast it on TV, you have to, understand that that's what's going to happen. And yeah, usually I guess it's kind of drowned out by the crowd noise, but it's like, man, give me that rawness, man. Give me that real, like, that's what I want. And it's funny, they've been putting like cardboard cutouts of people in the stands and right behind home plate and stuff. And I thought that was gonna bother me, but honestly, I thought that was pretty funny. That was cool, and it gives, yeah, like a little background right there at home plate. So I had no problem with that. But the pumped in crowd noise, I'm not a fan of. But it is what it is. I'm not really gonna, complain too much because baseball is back and Padres are back, baby. And yeah, so that was Friday, man. That was an exciting way to kind of end the night. And then Saturday, oh man, I was so tired on Friday though. Like, I'm sure I talked about it. I don't remember, but I woke up like at 1:30 on Friday morning and like toss and turn to like 3:30, 4 o'clock, and then dozed off for maybe an hour and then got up. So I was exhausted. And it was a long night watching the game and stuff. And then I knew I had to be up kind of early because my brother came by on Saturday morning, and we went on a hike in the area, and it was a pretty decent hike. Oh yeah, and then I was already sore because Friday, me and my dad did this little like Muay Thai. Like we did a little Muay Thai workout, and we followed this like online YouTube class thing, tutorial thing, and man, I was beat. I was just worked. I'm still sore. So yeah, that was another thing that was done on Friday and why I was just so exhausted as well. And then yeah, I had to be up super early. Like, I think we got to where we needed to be for the hike at like 7:40 or something like that, maybe 7:45. So, that was going to bed later than I normally do because of watching the game, and then waking up like at 6ish. It was yeah, I was feeling it Saturday as well, but going on the hike was nice. It was still not too hot while we were starting the hike and everything, and it was like a good 5 mile, just under 5 mile hike, and up and back. So it was cool. We didn't get the good view because it was a little early in the morning, still kind of overcast and gray, but that hike, when you go up it and there's a clear view, you could see a 360 view of like what's surrounding, and they have this telescope up there, and you can kind of zoom in and look on things and see the mountains and see the ocean. And like I said, it's this 360-degree view, and it's pretty awesome. But we weren't able to experience that. We just kind of did the hike, chilled up there for a couple of minutes, and then head back down. And like I said, it was about a 5-mile thing altogether. And I've done that hike like 2-3 times in the past. I think 3 times now. That would be the 4th time. Yeah. And it's a good one, man. It is a good one, and I like it. But it can be a little intense at times, but nothing too intense. It's just kind of a gradual incline, and you're going up this mountain, you know, if you want to call it a mountain. It's not a mountain. It's just like a glorified hill. I don't know what you call them here, man, in California, because they definitely aren't like mountains that we're hiking on, but they're not just like a hill, like a, you know, in a neighborhood. Like, it's, yeah, whatever. So yeah, we went on the hike, came back, and we made some lunch, hung out for a little bit, and yeah, it was good. Like, it's good to be hanging out with my brother again and finally have, you know, got through some stuff, talked some stuff out, and I know I still got to respond to some things, and I just really have to take my time and respond accordingly. And I got to do that in my own time, but I don't want to let too much time go by. But I always do things, procrastinate and all that kind of stuff. Like today I got to call the insurance and select my plan, and I don't know. It's frustrating. I just don't like doing that stuff. But it needs to be done, I guess. But anyway, so yeah, we just kind of hung out, had some lunch, just us as the family, me, my dad, and my brother, so that was cool. And then he left, and then I had to shower and stuff, and then Zach came and picked me up around 4:30, and we went down to the gas lamp area of San Diego to the American Comedy Company because Sam Tripoli was headlining these like sidewalk protest shows. There was probably like 30-40 people, and yeah, it was just like outside on the sidewalk, kind of roped off or whatever for seating. And it was like $10, but then you had to buy like a drink box or whatever that came with like 2 drinks. I got 2 sodas and like a pretzel, hot dog, or taquito or something like that. I got the pretzel. Again, I don't know if it was vegan. I don't fucking know. Ignorance is bliss sometimes, you know what I mean? I never purposefully try and eat animal products, but when presented with something, it's like pretzels are sometimes vegan, and it was just brown mustard. They didn't do the cheese or anything like that, so it was like, it was the best option. And I was a little hungry, so it was like, it was what it was. I don't really know, you know, I never purposefully eat anything that's non-vegan, you know what I mean? Like, if it happens, it's always been on accident. And like I said, I try to live that way, and I never purposefully do it, but everybody slips up, man. I've slipped up for sure. Like, there's been times where I've eaten cheese because it's like, I didn't realize it until it was too late. But when I do, I'll stop eating it. You know what I mean? Like, once I find out there's like, I've never eaten anything with like meat in it since, but something like cheese or milk or something like that, it's like, I'll take a bite and then be like, oh no, my bad, didn't know. So, you know, it's never on purpose, but I've definitely slipped up. But yeah, man, Sam Tripoli, you know, Tinfoil Hat Podcast, was here $10, and so then it was obviously more than that, and then I ended up buying a shirt, which I'm gonna be wearing when we do the No World Order podcast and Instagram live stuff, just to kind of rep that and keep a consistency with that. So that'll be cool. You guys will see that whenever we go live next, or the next No World Order podcast video. So be on the lookout for the new shirt. I'm excited about it. I like it. I thought it was funny, and it's something, I can kind of get behind as well. And it supported Sam because, he's hustling and doing his thing. And yeah, man, it's tough being, in someone like his position, because, he doesn't get monetized, and or I'm sure it's really hard. And he has a few advertisers that I'm sure, helps pay his bills and things like that. And, the comedy thing was probably how he was making a majority of his money. So for him to be doing his thing and me support his podcast and watching it all the time, you know what I mean? It's like I kind of got to throw my support when I'm able to. So that was a fun time. A standout performer, in my opinion, I think for everybody there, was Tino Sanchez. He did these he played guitar, and he did these like parodies, these musical parodies, and just made them super funny. All kind of dealing with like pop culture stuff now, with the coronavirus and Kanye West, and oh man, it was just super funny, and he was definitely a standout. And I went and followed him and listened to the songs on his IGTV a few times yesterday, and yeah, he was funny, man. He put on a good performance for sure. And again, man, this is outside in the middle of the gas lamp in San Diego, downtown San Diego. And it was just right there. Cars were driving by. People were walking by with families just right there. It was super funny, man. It made for an experience like we won't forget, that's for sure. So yeah, we went down there. Before we got to the venue, we were like right down the street, like a couple blocks away from Petco Park. So we parked, figured out our parking. That was a little bit of a mess, but we figured it out. We just had to verify a couple things. We made a couple circles, and we were like, I guess this is it, and then verified, made sure it was the right parking and all that. It was all good. And then so we walked to Petco Park. The game was about to start. Couldn't really get a good view of anything just due to where we actually were at. And then then we just like walked back to the venue and stuff, and then then the show started about 20-30 minutes later. So we were just kind of hanging out and stuff. And they had a couple local people, and then a couple people from like LA and stuff, and then Sam. So it was a good show. Like I said, it was completely unique, just sitting there on the sidewalk. I will say it was funny. Like I said, this whole weekend kind of felt somewhat normal, just due to the fact that baseball is back, and that was on TV. And then we went down to the show, and it did say mask required to enter. And so we had our bandanas, but mine was just on, like, wrapped around my neck. And then we were waiting in line and everything. And then the guy asked for our IDs, and then just let us step into where the seating was and everything. And didn't even, ask us to put the mask on. I kind of forgot that I even had it around my neck. We got in and situated. I was like, oh, shit, I forgot I even had this. Cool, we didn't even have to put a mask on. There was no socially distancing seating. Like, if people wanted to wear a mask, they were, but I saw a lot of people not wearing a mask. And then Sam was shaking hands with people selling t-shirts afterwards, so, and taking pictures. So yeah, it felt normal, you know what I mean? Like, completely unique, being an outside concert or comedy show, you know what I mean? Not concert, but comedy show. That's something completely unique. But normal as being watching a show, being entertained, no mask, around people. You know what I mean? It just felt like a good time and having laughs and oh yeah, it was fun, man. Um, Sam is funny, man, and yeah, everybody was good. You know, there was definitely I don't remember their names. I just know Tino Sanchez was like the standout in my opinion from the other people, but there was another guy just I forget how the lineup went. I think just before Tino, who was good as well, who was from LA, and yeah, he was pretty funny. So yeah, everybody was good, man. I just enjoy laughs and comedy, and I haven't been to a lot of comedy shows, but I think you know, when comedians come around who I do like, I'm definitely gonna try and make it a point to go see them and support them and stuff like that. Just like a musician, man. It's like I gotta treat it the same way. Like favorite artist Masan or MGK. It's like whenever they come around, I really try and make it a point to go see them, support them, buy merch and all that. So it's like I gotta start treating comedy kind of the same way and stuff, you know? Support those that I watch and give me free entertainment and, you know, free videos on YouTube and all that. So gotta give back in that way. It's like I do try and, you know, support and be giving when I can. Um, but it has to like sit right with me, kind of like I was saying earlier with the whole like veggie grill and or wanting the plant-based party and wanting to donate that way. Like don't get me wrong, I've given money to homeless people. I've bought those like donate $5 and I'll buy a lunch bag for 5 kids or a couple kids or whatever like that. So I've done that a couple of times. I've given out money to homeless people and stuff, you know. Excuse me, sorry. But it's just one of those things that it weighs on my mind sometimes, and it's like I just want to be fully supportive of all of my morals. You know what I mean? And I don't want to support the meat industry or, you know, the dairy industry like that. So and be like I want people to be healthy, and you know, if people can get more healthy meals, then that's better as well, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. So yeah, that was the show. It was a 7 o'clock show for us. He did have a 9 o'clock show. It ended around 8:30. And kind of right when we got out, finished taking the picture, buying the shirt and everything, the Padre game was basically over. It was like in the bottom of 7th or 8th or something like that, and they ended up winning 5-1. Didn't get a chance to watch or, you know, catch up on too much of it, but hey, man, I was excited to hear that the Padres won 2 in a row. They started out hot, and yeah, it was exciting. It was good, and then that was basically the night. Just got home from the drive, and I just crashed out, man. I just crashed out hard. I was exhausted from that hike from Friday, man, and then just the stimulation and everything I was exhausted. So then let's get into another little dab, and then we'll get into yesterday and the Sunday. Something kind of really bothered me with yesterday. Something that I didn't think was a problem in this area. Not one bit. But we'll get into that in just a minute. But yeah, once we get past that, the rest of the day was pretty all right. It was pretty all right. I will say it was funny before we get into everything. When the Padres started their game yesterday, their day game, they were the last undefeated team in baseball. I will say right now they didn't get it done. They didn't stay undefeated, and we'll get into everything. But, yeah, they'll never be able to take that away from them for this season. That they were the last undefeated team. Just due to start time, you know what I mean? So that was pretty funny. And that's, yeah, again, something that the record books will always show. The last undefeated team of 2020, the San Diego Padres. And man, their brown uniforms look so good. I'm so happy that they're back with the brown. I know, and their Sunday uniforms were the military ones, but that opening day uniform, man, we looked so good. They do. It's crazy. Oh, I was gonna get the wedding cake batter, but this is more the pink lemonade. Oh well, more sativa. I didn't really want the indica anyway, but I brought it out just in case because I was gonna dab on it, but it is what it is. Cheers, everybody. All right, so Sunday, let's get into this. I had planned on going over to my mom's to kind of, one, watch the Padre game, and two, kind of have her give, like, her set of eyes over this packet of health insurance stuff that I got. And, when I was about to leave to head over there, my dad came back from a walk around the neighborhood with the dogs and everything, and he showed me what it was that he had in his hand. He was like, look at what I found. A couple of them posted in the neighborhood, and it was this, like, I'm not saying white power, wasn't a Nazi thing, wasn't even a KKK thing. It was just this thing. And when you go to the website, it was a pro-Aryan group and all about race, like how white people are superior and all of this stuff. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like I said, I didn't think this was a problem in this area, man. This is like a nice area, and never have seen any indication of that kind of stuff. Like, and I've been here for a handful of years now, you know what I mean? So I've never seen any of that shit. And this really upset me, made me mad, made me sick. And it's like I immediately put it on my social media. I was like, hey, if anybody knows anything about this, like, let's come together, do something about this, because this is not okay. This is not okay in my neighborhood. They need to get the fuck out. That's what I'm saying. Because I don't stand for that racism shit. Like, I've been, pretty vocal about it. I've been pretty clear about it. That's why I'm not with that Black Lives Matter movement. It's like, we're just causing this division and this just hatred amongst each other, and I'm not okay with any of it. So I'll call it out on both sides. When I see this bullshit posted in my neighborhood, yeah, tear it down. I'm so glad my dad did tear him down. And if I see him, I'm tearing him down. Like, that's not going up in my neighborhood. I don't stand for that one bit. And it's just interesting because yeah, I've never seen those before, and I appreciate everybody who shared it. I know Zach shared it, and I know my buddy uh, Isaiah shared it as well. I know I mentioned him before. So shout out to you guys. I appreciate it, making people aware and known. You guys both kind of have a bigger range of friends on social media than I do. So getting the word out and getting that spread is important to me because that is not okay. It's okay to have your own beliefs and all of that, but it's like it's not okay to me to be spreading that hate, or that division, because again, you can have your own opinion, your own beliefs and all that, and if you guys want to stick together in your own group, whatever, that's fine. But and same with like the Black Lives Matter, like if you guys want to stick together and like, but not I don't know, man, like I just not in this division type, like it's not going up in my neighborhood. That's what I'm saying. Like if it's a sticker, I'm tearing that sticker down. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. I just couldn't believe it, man. I just really couldn't believe it. It made me so mad. It's like I said, I did not think this was a problem. But again, can't be surprised with anything nowadays. You really can't. Crazy. But anyway, so that was actually a big deal to me, honestly. Like I got really pissed. And it's like, I don't know, people probably think I'm I would be a part of that or something just because of the things I've said in support of Trump and but again, I've called out Trump too. It's like I just want the truth, I just want the facts, and it's like that ain't it, those stickers and that message definitely is not it. It's crazy. I'm still in shock, man, when just talking about it. I cannot even believe it, man. It's just gross. It's like makes me sick. I can't even believe it. I really can't. But I left after that and went over to my mom's. The game was just about to be starting. My brother showed up, so that was cool. And cooked some lunch. Just me who ate. And that was good. And yeah, we were just kind of hanging out, just watching the game and everything. And everything was pretty good. So no real arguments or anything like that. I'm really trying to be better about things. And like I said, the air was cleared for kind of everybody involved with the family on, me, my mom, my brother, and his girlfriend, and all of that. So everything was kind of talked about, or at least expressed. Like everybody kind of has expressed their points of views on things just over the last 2-3 weeks now, something like that. 2 weeks. And ever since, things kind of have seemed to be a little bit better. That weight has been lifted. Things seemingly so far have been a little bit lighter, so that's good. That's definitely a good thing. Padres, it was a 110 start or something like that. They ended up losing this game, but within the loss, they still showed heart and fight. And the ninth, they were down by 2. They got 1 run back, and one of the guys on the Diamondbacks made a great catch like honestly, you have to give it to him because it looked like it was going over his head, and he just reached out and grabbed it, and it was like a really good catch. And if he missed that, it would have been easily a tie game. But they ended up falling short, and it was they lost 3-4, and the Diamondbacks won. But yeah, it was a good game still. It was a tough one, but they really have to come out strong today. I believe they said Joey Lucchesi is going to be the starter. We'll see what the rest of the lineup looks like, and it's a 1:10 p.m. start, so an afternoon game. I'm definitely going to be watching that, and the Padres really got to get this one done and get the series win. Like 3-1 versus 2-2 is kind of a big deal, especially in this condensed season. So, and then I was just listening to Ben and Woods. They were saying like they only played the Diamondbacks 10 times. So, 2-2 versus 3-1 is, like I was saying, a pretty big deal. So I will be staying tuned. I gotta watch it, man. I just love Padres baseball. I don't know. I mean, I just love sports. Like I said, I always say that. But even more so when it's like hometown teams, like when San Diego Chargers were here, man, was all about that, and yeah, I'm just a real hometown person, I guess. And like that's just how I feel. It's like if you're in a city and they got the team or whatever, that's who you go for. But I've only been in San Diego and I've never moved somewhere else, so I don't know. Like if I move somewhere else, I don't know if I could not go for the Padres, but I don't really see myself moving no matter like how hard it gets here and what the politics are like. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Joe Rogan is leaving to Texas. Elon Musk, I read, was leaving to Texas, his Tesla facility and stuff. So people are moving. People are getting out of here. But I don't know, man. I don't see myself leaving. I just love California. I love San Diego in particular, man. Like this area is just really nice and ideal for everything, like it's beach, mountains, kind of everything in between. Not too far from LA, not too far from like Arizona and Vegas, and it's yeah, a pretty ideal spot, I would say. But I don't know anywhere else, So that's just my opinion and growing up here and just visiting other places. Like I wouldn't want to live in any of those other places that I really mentioned. Like Vegas, I have family there. I don't like it there. It's okay to visit for a few days, but I get over it there. Arizona, I've been to when I was a kid and everything. I would like to visit there now and see how it is. That might be a spot. I haven't even really been up north, but I've been to the East Coast couple of times, few times from like Myrtle Beach. We went to that area. I believe that's South Carolina. Went there, been to like Boston like a long time ago. New Hampshire in the same trip. We visited like Virginia and DC area. And it's like, yeah, I wouldn't want to live any of those places. I don't want to deal with those winters and what they have to deal with. I'm good on all of that. So that's why it's like I don't see myself. I don't know where else would be a good spot to actually move. I understand why people move. Like the taxes here are just insane and it's ridiculous. The cost of living isn't like insane, but that's why it's like I just want to grind and just kind of do. I just want to do what I love and just like I don't really care. This can be done from anywhere, but it's like my family's here. I love my family and I just love it here. So, and those I love are here, you know what I mean? Like just everyone I love is just here. So, that's kind of what it is. Like I said, I have other family in Vegas, in Texas. That was another spot. I would never want to I don't know. Texas, yeah, I don't see myself living there, but I have some family there and I've visited before. But yeah, I don't see myself moving anywhere else. If I do, it would probably be to a more conservative place like a Texas, but I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a really interesting dilemma, I guess, because it is expensive and this can be done anywhere, and I don't know. Could it be done cheaper somewhere else? I don't know. The equipment's already here, you know what I mean? It's like I don't know. And I just know this is what I want to do and I need to be consistent with it and something will happen. Because it's what I love, is what I want to do, and just keep investing in it and making it better, and just doing what I can, and eventually, something will happen. So, I was going to mention more thoughts on Portland and all of that, but I think I'm just going to kind of save that for Wednesday. So let me do this real quick. Let me just separate this. Cool. Cause yeah, man, that could just be a whole other topic that I can just go off on, and I just want to keep this right about here, right close to the hour length, and that would definitely just keep me going for quite a while. So let me get in on this wedding cake batter for the last little dab, and then that is going to be it for me. I appreciate everybody. If you're still listening and watching, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Again, sharing and all of that would really help out. Get more views, get more subscribers, and yeah, man. Gotta shout out Sam Tripoli again because he is a big influence. I've been influenced by many people throughout my life when it comes to talking. Like I've listened to a lot of talk radio, a lot of KFI AM 640, which was definitely a big influence. And then a lot of podcasting, comedy, conspiracy, and all of that. And Sam and the tinfoil hat is definitely one that I keep up on quite heavily, just due to being into conspiracies. And also he's super funny and comedy and all of that. It's a good blend and mix of kind of everything, and he usually has really good guests on, and he's helped out a lot of people throughout his career and stuff. And when we were having a little conversation, hold on a second, this is the wedding cake batter. Smells sweet. We were having a little conversation. Another influence is like, the sports radio that I've been listening to, Ben and Woods. I will even say Celio, before Ben and Woods came on, and just that talk radio style sports in general has always been kind of a big influence as well. Let's get into this wedding cake batter. Cheers. But anyway, so we were having a little conversation real quick at the end when we were buying the shirt. And Zach had made up, these stickers right here. And it's the No World Order stickers. And he gave him a couple, told him he's a big influence on us and kind of one of the reasons why we started and everything. And Sam, right out the gate, he's like, oh, no way, that's cool. And he's like, once you guys get it up and running, get things going, get in your groove and everything, he's like, I'll be happy to come on and everything. So gotta shout out Sam. He's super humble and always, looking to give back and help people out, especially if they're working hard. And, he seems to like that, and likes those who are doing it themselves. And then he kind of will support and stuff. So it was really cool because it's like I wasn't expecting him to say that. It was just kind of just more so to get ourselves in front of him and stuff, and just say what's up and also support him. And Zach brought some stickers, and I forgot to bring some because I was going to do the same, so it was cool that he did. But yeah, it was cool that he just even suggested that he would, come on at some point. So I appreciate that. So that's why we need some engagement with the channel. We need those subscribers up because, we could have a guest coming on, and that would be pretty awesome. That's kind of that's been a goal. Like, I want to be on Tinfoil Hat or have him on or whatever. Like, that would be a that would be a big goal. Like, I've definitely had that in my mind. Like, that's kind of where I see us, kind of where our platform kind of being like on par with that and in with that kind of crowd. So it was cool. There was a another podcast who does true conspiracy stuff in San Diego who was in the crowd, and I completely missed their name and didn't hear who they were. So I gotta find out who those guys were, because I would support something like that as well. I'd go check those guys out. But I don't remember their name, and that's unfortunate. But maybe I'll do a little research, do a little looking, and find out who those guys were, and go check them out. And once I do, if I do, I'll definitely talk about it as well, and you'll know about it. So I think that is going to be it. So yes, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And then, that would really help us get us to our goal of, getting on some of these other shows. And, I know we have to be consistent. So that's kind of what we have to do. And that's on our end. But, on the viewers' end, please, like, share, and subscribe. It would really help us out and get us going and get us on our way. So thank you, everybody. Tune in to Tuesday Morning Tokes tomorrow morning, and I'll be back for the Real Word podcast on Wednesday. And be on the lookout. We'll see if we do a No World Order podcast IG live tomorrow. Yeah, thank you everybody. Till next time. Peace.